What is up, everyone? Wanted to give you a walkthrough of my Jackson Yupik. This is the first kayak that I've owned, but I spent quite a bit of time searching for the right one for me and the customizations that I had in mind. I ultimately decided on the Yupik because of the wide open deck space and the crazy amount of rail space from front to back. But anyways, stick with me and I'll run you through some of the things that I love about this kayak and some of the things that I've been able to do to make it my own. Starting in the bow, I have my Minn Kota PowerDrive with the autopilot. I have attached a strap here. I actually can climb up on this deck here and just pull it right out of the water. When I'm ready to deploy it, then I basically just push the button, it drops, and then comes with the Minn Kota micro remote. Works pretty great. Able to do what I want with it. I can spot lock. I can go into autopilot mode where it basically just takes me to a certain point. But that works great. I did install my transducer, my Garmin transducer, right to the trolling motor here, so you can see that. I attached that right to the trolling motor. There's a couple places on the kayak that I could have attached it, but it's kind of nice with it being right on the trolling motor where I know that it's safe. One thing that I was ultimately ran into with it was an issue with running the transducer cable down to the transducer, since the PowerDrive doesn't have it built into the shaft. So I rigged up basically a bungee strap here that's going straight to, it's connected to here, but it's also connected to my transducer cable, and then the transducer cable comes down here, and I have it bungee strapped to a hook that I put on here. And when I turn this, then it basically keeps that cable nice and tight to there. So if my spot lock goes crazy, as a lot of you know about, then it'll stay in the right spot and it stays out of the way of the prop. So my PowerDrive is on a custom mount. I wasn't able to find one that was made for this kayak, so all that is custom made, as well as a quick release that's underneath the motor, so I can just pop this off when I need to and throw it in the back of the truck. The deck here I can actually stand on. I can fish from it. I've been able to do that. That was the main reason why I put it here. But it also gives me access to the motor, so I can lean on this thing. I can stand on it and fish. I can pretty much do whatever with it. If I do need to remove it, it's basically just on these YakAttack screw caps here. It's on 4 of those, so I just take that off and I remove that. I did have to reinforce this board a little bit, so there is some reinforcement aluminum underneath that keeps it from bending and warping. So here I have my Garmin 93 SV, the Echomap. It has side scan and down scan and those two things. I don't have forward facing sonar on this kayak. Something I may do in the future, may not. Haven't decided yet, but I have that all ran with these through hole plates. I actually designed or created these plates, these removable, replaceable plates that I drilled holes through, and I attached, or I put all my cables through there. You'll notice there's also another one here. That one is for the lights that are up here in front. All of that, the lights are controlled with these little toggle switches. You can't really see that, but they're cording red and green accordingly so that I can operate it with the motor. I also have lights inside of the Kayak. There's two here that are mounted to the side plates. There's also one that's mounted underneath the seat. So that just kind of lights things up if it gets a little bit dark out, or if I decide to go fishing at night. So I also have one more light, which I'll show you in a minute here, but it's actually on the back of the seat. It's basically a cargo light. A couple accessories that I've added. I have my Cast King Brutus net. I have it all tethered off. It usually just sits right here. I put it across my my casting deck up there, but I can also drop this back, and then I have a holder for it back here as well, so if I need to get it up and out of the way, then I can definitely do that. I also have a double-headed paddle mount here by YakAttack that I use for my catchboard. I do have actually one of the aluminum catchboards that's on its way to me right now, but I do love this carbonate one. It is very, very light and easy to maneuver. Over here, I do have my line cutters. This cuts through braid like it's butter. It also has a little snips on here. I pretty much just keep that right here. If I need to cut my braid or anything like that, then I can easily just bend over my seat and do that. I have my Cast King clippers here, or needle nose. Those work out great for when I have to get a hook out of a northern or deep inside of a bass. So, and then I have this cup holder. It's not anything fancy, but it's just one that actually attaches to a bike. I removed the mounting part of it, and I drilled a hole down, and I actually attached it right to the railing. So it's pretty easy to move around, but it also comes with this phone holder, which actually holds my clippers better than it holds my phone. So I also have the Cast King grippers. Those work out great. The seat, I actually lifted up. I put it on some custom plates here that I created. It was something that I just wanted it mounted up and out of the way so that I could add it my drawer spacing. Over here, I keep weights. So any weights, I have BBs and stuff in there, so I can put them in the dogs if I need to. I have another 3600 on the other side. This one I have all my hooks in, so those are easily accessible. Obviously I need my PFD. This one is from Shields. It's just a auto. It's one of the AM24s, but it's got the Shields brand on it. I love that. It's comfortable, super comfortable and convenient. If I'm worried about wind or whatever, if I'm worried about choppy water, then I do have another safety PFD that I is just always, it's not an inflatable. So back here I have my custom crate. I have 6 of these 3,700 boxes in there. I have them all organized, and then I have miscellaneous plastics in 2 of these 6 cents bags. I don't keep a lot in here. The majority of them are in my black pack. But I just attached these Velcro straps to it. It's also held in by Velcro. It's attached to the kayak with Velcro. I really like these Velcro straps. It's also how I hold in my drawer system underneath there. So I have the YakAttack rod holder here. This is what I use for my net. I also have another YakAttack rod holder over here. This is one of the bazooka ones, I believe is what it's called. But absolutely love this for just anytime I need to do any rigging or anything when I'm out on the water, then that's there. It's forward facing, so I can just throw the rod in there and go ahead and work with the line or take the fish off the hook or do whatever I have to do. Onto the rods and reels. I have 10 that I go out on the water with. Seems like it's a lot sometimes, but I just don't like to change my setups a whole lot when I'm out on the water. So as easy as I can make it for myself when I'm out there, the better. Just a lot of stuff you don't need to be messing around with out on the water. So the vast majority of these are the Cast King Mega Jaws. I absolutely love those reels. They work out great. I have some of the 9:1 to 1 gear ratio, some of the 6:5 to 1 gear ratio, and then some of the 7:2 to 1 gear ratio. So those work out great. I have some of the Royal Advantage rods by Cast King, and then some of the Zephyr rods by Cast King. And then I also have a couple of Abu Garcia rods and reels that I had prior to finding out about Cast King. In the back, I have my YakAttack pole. It's got a light on the top. I'm sure you've all seen these, but if I'm fishing at night, then I can turn that on. I usually put the flag up as soon as I go out, just to keep myself missed by boaters. So I have a strap here. I use this to hold down my YakAttack Bunkster cart there. I can actually take that and I can strap it right into the top here on the back of my kayak. So when I'm out on the water, it's just over here and out of the way. I don't have to run back to the truck to put that away. Drawer system that I have, it's basically just a DeWalt drawer system. You've seen these online or wherever. Keep a lot of all my top waters up on the top here, and then just random stuff in the bottom. So those work out pretty well. Like it. I have a whole bunch of these quick clips, needle nose, extra. If I need a leader line, then I have that. Some of these O-rings. Under here, I actually have a little pouch. Big Timberwolves fan, got season tickets. But my little bag here, I keep my Cast King sunglasses in here. I have a pair of Oakley sunglasses in here. And then I keep my scale. Just a number of different things, like to just keep it out of the way. Can throw it under there and I don't have to worry about it. Under here also my spinnerbait bag. Just I'm able to just quickly access all of my spinner baits. Works out pretty well. I like to customize a lot of my spinner baits, so I have some extra skirts in there, different spoons, stuff like that, depending on the water clarity and stuff like that. Back to my black pack. I have the 16 by 16 Black Pack Pro. That's down here. I just have extra tools, stuff like that. I have my batteries in here, a hat, extra prop, first aid kit if I need it, band-aids and stuff like that, obviously. So that's in there. Up on the top, just all my favorite plastics. Throw those in there. They're pretty easy to get to from my seat back here. So these are the cargo lights that I mentioned earlier. Pretty much lights up this entire thing. It's just a strip that I have. I just have it attached via Velcro just right to the seat. That way I can take it off pretty quick if I need to take the seat off. So, well, that is my customized Jackson Yupik. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you on the next one.